Hello everyone, welcome to the week 3 of Fundamentals of Marketing. I'm Syeda Faiza Sogra. Today I'm going to talk about week 3 session. So what are we going to learn today? So the learning outcome of the session is to understand the role of marketing in modern business. At the end of the session, we will be able to understand what frameworks or theories we can use to analyze the internal and external environment, and also identify the different factors using theories and frameworks so we can use them in real life scenarios. So what is environmental analysis? The environmental analysis is like a strategic tool that we can use to understand and recognize the internal and external factors that could affect the performance of our business. So this will help us to understand the opportunities and the threats that are present in the market. And this will help us to make the decision what our business should be doing in the future or current. Now, this analysis helps the company to align its strategies relevant to the business environment. So what do we understand when we say internal business environment? The internal business environment is everything that's inside a company that will affect the decision making. So this covers factors like the company's employees, management, culture, machinery, and financial resources. For example, how the skilled employees are efficient or they can make the production process more efficient can directly affect how well the company will operate. Okay, here is an example attached here. For example, a bakery. So the internal environment of the bakery is the quality of the ingredients they use, the skill of the bakers, and the equipment they have. Moving forward to the external business environment. Now, the external business environment consists of everything that's outside the company but still affects the business decision making. So this could include factors like competitors, market trends, customer preference, what they like, what they dislike, and government regulations. For instance, if a new competitor opens up nearby or the government introduces a new tax, it can affect the company's sales and strategies. So we could use an example, like if a competitor is dropping the price to attract the customer, it's going to affect. Maybe our customer will shift to the competitors. So then eventually we have to reduce the price or maybe provide some loyalty offers. So to analyze the environment, we use two tools. One is SWOT analysis, another is pest analysis. Now, SWOT analysis focus both on internal strengths and external opportunities and threats, whereas pest analysis only examine the external factors that affect the business decision making, which involves political, economical, social, and technological environments. SWOT. SWOT consists of strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. Now, out of this, strength and weakness are the internal factors, and opportunity and threats are the external factors. From here, we can see that how the findings of the internal audits of the critical organization strengths and weakness, and also the external audits of the opportunity and threats facing the company. So this contains a wealth of data of differing importance and reliability. And it shows where a business should focus its attention. Based on the SWOT analysis, maybe an investor can make a decision whether they will be willing to invest in that company or will be doing any partnership with a company or not, because they will be able to understand and analyze the strength and the weakness, that means the internal factors, as well as their opportunity and the threats they might have. So which are the external factors. Based on that, they can make the decision whether the investment or the partnership would be beneficial or not. Now, to analyze the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat of a company, we can use this type of questions to understand and prose our SWOT analysis. So when you think about strength, these are certain questions you need to look up. That means, what does your organization do better than the others? What are your unique selling points? And what do competitors and the customers in the market that think is your strength? And what is your competitors or the organization's competitive advantage? Then we have weakness. That means what the other organizations do better than you. What elements do you have in your business that add very less value or actually no value at all? And what do competitors and customers in your market perceive as your weakness? Moving forward to opportunities, that means what are the political, economical, social, cultural, or technological factors that are taking place that could be favorable to you, that's going to add benefit to you? Or maybe what are the current gaps in the market or unfulfilled demand? And also what new innovation could the organization bring to the market? Then we have threats. We think about what political, economical, socio-cultural, or technological factors could be causing you a problem in your business, could be unfavorable to you, or what risk trends do you face, or what is your competitors doing that could negatively impact you. Next, we have pest analysis. So P stands for political. So basically, any decisions made by the government. E stands for economical. That means factor that can boost or shrink the economy. And S stands for socio-cultural, which is values and standards for the users involved. And T is for technological, so developments that give new possibilities. In the future slides, we're going to know about them in depth. So pest analysis is a tool that is used to identify and analyze the key external factors that could affect the organization. It stands for political, economical, social, and technological. That will help understand the business in a broader aspect that how these external factors would be favorable to the business or maybe unfavorable to the business. So following up with the example, imagine a company that makes electric cars. So when we do the pest analysis, we consider that whether the government incentives or the regulations supporting the electric vehicles or not, or they're asking you that, okay, you have to reduce the carbon emission. So you think about all those factors. Moving forward, economic factors. So we think about consumer buying power or the cost of raw materials. That means whether the customer are willing to pay the price that I'm about to charge, whether they think it's worth it or not. So I have to consider those decisions as well. Social factors, public attitudes towards sustainability and eco-friendly products. And the technological factors is advances in battery technology or charging infrastructure. So when we do the pest analysis, here we have a small example attached for better understanding. That means when we say political factors, we look into the entry mood regulation, we look into the government stability, tariff and tax laws that has been imposed on the industry, and government policies, because we all have to abide by the government rules and regulations. Then economic factors, foreign currency exchange rates. When you do business, obviously, if it is international or national, exchange rate is affected because when you do the delivery, maybe overseas or international, the exchange rate matters to you. If it is high, it affects your business. If it is low, it affects your business, and you need to adjust the price accordingly. Unemployment rate, interest rate, inflation rate are all those examples of economical factors that could affect your decision making in your business. Then we have social factors. So wealth distribution, social lifestyle of people, demographics, gender, cultural implications. Then we have technological factors, which talk about how innovative tech platform affects or tech development rate, tech obsolescence rate, latest discoveries, because we all know all the companies, all the industry, they want to grow, they want to be very innovative. But in the meantime, they forget that anything involved with technology is not easy to train employees. So even if you want to be very innovative, very modern, you have to think about how your employee is going to take it, how they're going to adapt it, how they're going to accept it. And you have to give enough time to train them, to adapt them to that new technology and innovation. Here we have a small activity that is designed for the students so they can understand better. That is it. Thank you.